Welcome back to Hardball. President Trump is speaking right now in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and from the start he had one message: revenge.
The Russia witch hunt was a plan by those who lost the election to try and illegally regain power by framing innocent Americans, many of them. They suffered with an elaborate hoax. Today, our movement and our country are thriving. Their fraud has been exposed, and the credibility of those who pushed this hoax is forever broken, and they've now got big problems.
I'm joined now by Jason Johnson, politics editor for TheRoot.com, and John Brabender, Republican strategist. John, I'll start with you. I've never heard these words in modern American politics: treason, traitor, hoax. The language is the language of a third world country where the opponent goes to jail, the winner puts him in jail, and the loser says it was rigged. This is third world talk. This is Venezuela talk. I'm sorry.
But look, I am going to defend the president in the sense that,
go for it.
In fairness, the words he said about himself, agent of Russia, I mean, all these things for years, the last couple of years, he is acting like a man who was wrongly accused and wants to get it out there.
You think he wasn't playing ball with Putin all those months?
Well, I'll give you a good example. Everybody said, "Oh my God, the Russians had their polling data." That meant nothing because the Russians...
They gave it to the Russians.
For what reason? The Russians...
Why did he send his kid up to get the dirt?
Why couldn't
I mean, there's so much
the Russians
here.
could have done their own
His son
poll.
is having the meetings. They're lying about the meetings. He's saying, Russian, please come and take your stuff.
He's saying Putin was for Hillary.
Yeah, I mean, every single thing that the president was saying showed that he had some sort of connection. If it didn't work as collusion, it's only because his phone wasn't working that day.
Okay, explain to me the politics of this. Going after the guys with the hats on, all that. I mean, I got family members. I know all about this, the people with the hats, the MAGA hats. It's all there. But what about vengeance? Is this going to incite them to vote in 2020?
I don't think it's vengeance. I think what he's doing is he's putting a stake in the heart of the issue the Democrats wanted to run on in 2020.
Like they're vampires?
Well, no. I think what the Republicans want to run on are two things. Look at the economy. Look at that we're not getting sand kicked in our face anymore. And look how they want to make us into social
Okay,
Democrats.
here he goes after the guy he calls Pencil Neck. He's still good at the nicknames. He went after intelligence chair Adam Schiff of California. Here he goes personal again.
Little pencil neck Adam Schiff. I saw him today. Well, we don't really know. There could still have been some Russia collusion. Sick. These are sick people. And there has to be accountability because it's all lies, and they know it's lies.
So tonight, Jason, he went after not just calling a pencil, that was the term he used for intellectuals. I know what it's all about. But he makes it physical. He says he's got the thinnest neck. I mean, this is 8th grade. This is schoolyard stuff.
This is what the president always does. And what amazes me is, look, he's such a paper tiger. I mean, when Joe Biden says, I'll take you behind the bleachers and punch you, he might actually do it.
Well, we know that'd be good for the country. Two 78-year-old guys pounding each other.
You know what? The ratings would be fascinating. But the truth of the matter is that sort of bravado, that sort of violence, that sort of gins up his audience. But I got to say this, because this is absolutely incorrect. There is not one Democrat in 2020 who was running on impeachment. The Democrats won in 2018 because they weren't running on impeachment. They were running on health care.
So if Mueller would have come out...
John, make your point. I think
there's no way.
Set you up.
Look, the only reason they even want the report is to see if they can cherry pick anything out of that.
But that was going to happen regardless. But
here's
I'm
what you
talking
got to
the 2020 candidates.
In talking how the president does this, where is he today? Michigan. He's got to win either Michigan or Pennsylvania. These are the sons and daughters
He's the strongest in Michigan in the latest poll.
But he's not going to be able to pull that off.
Has a very strong in Michigan. In fact, winning there. He's not winning in Pennsylvania, a state you know well, but he has. What's his strength in Michigan about, by the way? Why did he go there tonight?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with trade. Certainly, but he's going to be in Michigan. They're going to contest in Pennsylvania as well. And the reason is why this Mueller thing mattered is he can now say, see what they tried to do in Washington.
But it doesn't change anyone's mind. It's not going to change anyone's mind. The Democrats are going to run on the economy, they're going to run on corruption, and they're going to run on health care. All things that this president continues to give to them on a regular basis because he keeps making unforced errors.
But what it looks like now is that the Washington elitists went after a president who tried to
about the Washington elites wouldn't have been happy with the Democrats anyway.
You're losing on the time fight here.
I'm just telling you, the president now has his message because he can say, look what they tried to do to me because I did everything for you, And, oh, by the way, they've all become extreme
How high can he get in the
Democrats.
polls? Can he get about 46?
The polls don't matter as far
I'm
as
talking
fave,
about
unfave.
election eve. How high can he get in this country? Can he get past 45%? This president
Doesn't matter.
No,
It
because
matters.
he's going to
The
knock.
only number that matters
he's
is
going to
270.
pencil knock his opponent.
Can he
That's
get
his
past
strategy.
270?
If
He's ultimately going to run a negative
but
campaign.
these fave unfaves don't matter anymore.
48%. In all of these states, that blue wall went back blue in 2018. He's going to have to do more than just show up in Michigan. He's going to have a strong economy and a message other than pencil neck and schoolyard
But he
names.
does have a lot of things. He does have a strong economy.
If he has a strong
if you
economy
nominate
next
one
year,
of your
he'll be-
social Democrats
I'm not
who
a
are never going to
Democrat, but
play
I'm
in
saying
Michigan,
the Democrats are not going to be running on impeachment. They're going to be running on other
I know
issues.
he's got the issues. I'm not going to tell them, but I know what they are. He can win Pennsylvania. He can. He can go after the socialist tag, whatever it is, in the suburbs, because it's not about ideology to a suburbanite. A suburbanite, maybe with husband and wife both working hard, make 150. They're saying they're coming after us. They're not going after the billionaires, the millionaires. Right. That's how people hear the word socialism. Anyway, thank you, Jason Johnson. Thank you, John Brabender. Up next, Devin Nunes rides again.